First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Pats, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? And right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing, Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Lawrence. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Taken at about the 36. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Now Jones. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The Patriots are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lawrence now off the bootleg. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their... Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he returns this to the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. Another tote for ETN. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards of carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Here's Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Donald Parham. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New England. Tyquan Thornton, 71 yards. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Lawrence. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 2. Now Lawrence flushed out right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. On 2nd and 1, Jones. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Jones on 1st down. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Jones. Back to the same target, Campbell. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Here's Jones, throwing on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Manning. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patterson. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Manning. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Jones looking for Campbell downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for New England. 48 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Patriots come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible. And this possession is an empty one.
Matt Judon, his 2nd sack of the night. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a... Here's a diving catch right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Manning, down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. Touchdown! O.J. Howard, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Etienne once more. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 41. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Etienne running right. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available and they let him go. And now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
61, matchbox light. Check the hot read. Smooth.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Matt Judon in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
I'm going back to you.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line.
Check 31, check 31. Check.
Off play action. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Loose inside the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
2 yards left on second down from the 9. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their play.
Touchdown, Patriots! Harris Campbell, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 90 yards on the ground for him so far.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Pats will take over possession here up at the 44. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyquan Thornton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Patriots are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Harris is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Again, it's Harris. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, New England. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it is. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? Another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.